Yo, what is up? And today, first off, hello there. How you doing? Okay, so let's just cut to the chase here. Kind of doing this video kind of like unrehearsed, unedited, and everything. And so today, we are going to be talking about this beautiful thing. Look at it, check it out, and its awesomeness. It does the most coolest things, even dive bombs. Super cool guitar. And let me tell you the history of this guitar. This is one of the coolest guitars that I own as of now. As far as my collection is concerned, I only have this guitar, my classical guitar, and then I have the red SG in my over there somewhere, you know. Okay, so let's talk about this guitar. What do we know? What do I know about this guitar? So first off, the reason why this guitar is so cool, for me anyway, is because one, it's a vintage guitar. It's a vintage guitar. It's made by Memphis, right? And Memphis isn't a very popular company that I know of. It was popular around the 80s, and it was a company from Japan, and that's when they started to make these guitars. So this guitar could very well be a little over 40 years old, if not less. Because I know in the late 80s, around like 87, 89, somewhere around there, that's when they started making these Strat style bodies, because before, I believe, they had Les Pauls. I think they only had those and some other models, I don't know. But to be honest with you, I could not find enough information about this guitar, because I tried researching what year it came out. Is the company still, a thing? I believe they are. They're just not, like I said, I don't think they're as popular as they should be. Anyway, so yeah. First off, I signed it. I put my name on it, and why not? This is the only thing I decorated it to make it mine, so to speak. Because yeah. So let's also talk about how I got this guitar. I got this guitar at a flea market. I was with my mom one weekend in the afternoon, and I was really bored, and I was looking around. I really wasn't expecting to find anything because, I don't know. I just wasn't expecting to find this guitar. And so, I was looking around, and I spotted this guitar. This guitar was literally just lying out in the open on a table. It was super dusty, it was super dirty, and golly, was it in horrible condition. Let me tell you a little bit. Let me tell you. Watch. This guitar was in so much. Whoever had this guitar before me did not take care of it at all. Let me tell you. I saw it. I was like, oh shit! Look, there's a guitar. And and to be honest with you, initially when I first saw it, I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. I mean, seller probably wants to, sell me this. First off, it's a beginner guitar, so let's just throw that out there. And I didn't know that I was eventually gonna buy it because it didn't look like much to me. But then I looked at it and I was like, oh look, there's a this sort of vintage style trim right here, and so I think I need to fix that. So first off, it didn't have this. Also, if you like not having to worry about chords or anything like that, I seriously recommend you get this really cool wireless system by Elgato. Totally worth it. You get 2 of them for like 40 bucks. And you just plug it in, it does its magic. I don't exactly know how, but and it just, you know. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Broke it. Okay, anyway. That's enough of that. I think I really broke this. Okay, I don't think I broke it. I think I broke it. Because it's stuck here. It's supposed to stop like... It was supposed to stop at this last turn, but then I really... Anyway, I'll worry about that later. So it kind of just dangles like that. Anyway, so yeah, it was in bad shape. And I got it, and I was like, oh, cool, a guitar. First off, when I saw it, it had all the strings on it. The low E was literally like that. And I thought, well, then if it's like that, I looked up here. And then I noticed when I first got it, the nut for the slot for the low E was literally broken off. And it must have broken when it got down where I live during shipping or something, and it took a real beating. Anyway, so I thought it looked really cool. First off, I like the headstock. Secondly, I'm gonna take off this whammy bar. It's already messed up here. I'm gonna have to fix this. I have to fix this real good. Do you guys know anything about what happens when you forcefully push this spinning thing past its limits? Because I think I might have broken it. Anyway, so yeah, I loved the headstock. I thought it looked real cool. That's what got my attention. It kind of has this weird looking headstock I've never seen before. Secondly, what also I liked about it was super light. Like, this is made. I recently found out this guitar is made out of plywood. If you look carefully, well, you can't really see it, but in person, you can actually kind of see at a certain angle. You can see the different individual plies of wood. I think it's basswood that it's made out of. It's super light. But, you know, this is really just your standard beginner guitar that you can get anywhere online between $150. I think that's usually how much these go for. But to be honest with you, I've looked online and I've only seen about like 1, 2, or 3 of these. I don't know if these are common anymore, but I'm sure as hell not going to sell this thing for quite a while. Another thing is, when I saw it, it didn't have a whammy bar, and I was like, well, that should be fine, right? I can replace that. I did. As you can see, I got 2 of them. I got a black one and a silver one. Anyway, another thing I noticed is this headstock got a serious beating. I don't know if you can see this, but you'll see it has this crack right there. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Whoever had this before me did not take care of this at all, because the headstock has some serious damage to it. And I'm lucky this thing has not snapped off yet. Whoever had this did not take care of it. One of the tuning bushings is missing. The previous owner tried putting super glue or some kind of glue on there, and it ruined the paint on the headstock, and it traveled from here, all of this back here. You can't really see it. I guess I got some light on here. You can kind of see it there. See, it messed up this whole thing. And this crack really concerned me because it's almost all around the thing. the headstock here, but it's not enough to actually break. I don't know. And so I took it home. I bought it. They sold it. The seller sold it to me for $25. Originally, they were gonna sell it to me for $65, but the owner of the store knew my mom, and so he was like, "I'll just sell it to you for $25." So I bought it, and I was like, "That's a pretty good deal." That's the whole reason why I bought this guitar. I wanted to see how much he wanted to give it to me for what, how much he wanted to give it to me. And so the price definitely got my attention. Bought it, took it home, and along the way, that's when I noticed that the nut was broken, and I realized I had to replace that. So I did. I replaced that. That only cost me about like $5. And so I probably put about $36 into this guitar, because there's $5 for the replacement nut, and then $6. Okay, 12. It's about like what, 40 some odd dollars for both whammy bars, but I wouldn't really want to. I mean, this basically comes with it, So I wouldn't really count that as repairing. It's just replacing. But yeah, and I took it home. It was super dirty. It needed a lot of cleaning. The fretboard on this guitar was so dirty. Oh my god, it was so bad. I don't even know how to explain. It was like rough. It was like sandpaper. It was like, there was a lot of dead skin. The fretboard was dried out. It was just bad. So I took it home. I bought some sandpaper to sand down anything, whatever was on the fretboard, and it needed oil like so badly. And I then sanded the frets down, and then I cleaned it. I cleaned the body. It didn't look as nice as it does now. And I got a brand new strap for it because I didn't have an extra strap, so I went to the guitar store and bought a strap. Also with some cool pins from Grateful Dead. I don't know, just had them there. Anyway, so yeah, I put some guitar polish on it. Man, the quality of this computer's camera does not perfectly showcase how nice this looks in person, but it is definitely a nice guitar. I was thinking about naming it, like writing a name on there, but like I don't know if that would depreciate the value. So I'm kind of waiting on that. But yes, I definitely cleaned it up. The only thing I need to do, or I would like to do, is take care of the fret wire, because the fret wire is super bad. When I play it, you can feel like this friction almost. Like you can feel that it's been bent for like a lot of times. I can feel they just need to get filed down, because the way it feels is just pretty bad. And then they need to get polished, because they look pretty worn out, I guess. They look they're just dull, and you can't really see, but it's just got like these individual grooves in the. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? That scratching that you hear is like, that's not supposed to be like that. That's just bad. And when I bend like this, you can literally feel. It's usually like up here where it gets pretty bad. Up here, not so much, but And then after, this trem bridge was pretty bad too. It had a lot of rust that was building up. So I got a Q-tip and I kind of went in there, detailed it a bit. I like that it's thin. I've been debating whether or not I should put a Floyd Rose on this guitar, but I researched and it turns out you're better off just buying a guitar that already has a floating trem than getting someone to route the rest of the, you know, I don't know. Okay. Brain fart right there. But yeah, this thing, it has like these really cool exposed pickups. Oh, you can see that. And what I liked when I plugged it in was I did a sound test and I just started playing some notes, and the way they sound is just crazy. Anyway, it sounds really great to me anyway, and for $25 you can't beat it. I mean, granted, I know it's a beginner guitar, but it's like I don't really have a guitar that has a trem bridge, so I was like, yeah, I'll take it for $25. I'll take it. And so I got it, and the rest is kind of history, kind of. But yeah, and then I bought new strings for it. Cleaned up the headstock, because gosh, it was super dirty. You'll see some photos here that I'm showing you. And overall, I mean, I like it. I'm glad I bought it. It's its own thing. I mean, knowing that this guitar has been through so much, I mean, look, it's got a scratch, a dent right there. It's got a ding here and right here, and then it's got all this vintage stuff on here. It's got scratches here. It's got battle scars everywhere, dude. I can barely see right there too. Turn it around, all that. It's like, dang. And this guitar, I felt so bad for it. It was just, you know, for someone like me who owns a guitar, who plays guitar rather, just seeing it in that state like that, it was like calling out to me like, hey, help me or something. So, but definitely love this guitar. I would not give it up for anything. But surely as time goes on, hopefully the value will go up in price. But here I am getting fingerprints all over it. But that is funny. The action isn't that bad either. I don't know if you can see that. But when I look at it, and you know, despite everything that's been through, what is it called? The intonation when the fretboard bends like that. What is it? Forgot what that's called. Not the action, but the forgot what it's called. Anyway, but it looks great. Can't complain. I adjusted the pickup size. I lowered the action here, and then because they're pretty high, and I like that heavy sound. And when I plugged it in for the first time, it didn't sound like that, so I kind of messed around with it a little bit. And so that happened, and then so let's talk about tuning. The tuning on this guitar, unfortunately, well, kind of fortunately, but it does not tune to standard pitch. It tunes down half a step to E flat or D sharp, whatever you want to call it. Britons, Canadians are probably raving right now. Anyway, but yeah, definitely want to steer clear from trying to tune it all the way up. I think I only tuned it to standard pitch once, and that was it. Because this thing is just, oh man, that, I don't know if you can see that, but that thing is literally leaning forward, and it's not supposed to be. but yeah, it does not tune down standard pitch, and so I practice all of my Van Halen songs on here, and that's another reason why I wanted to get another guitar. So, because the tuning is such a pain to tune back and then forward, and it's just so much easier to switch between guitars instead of switching between tuning on one guitar. But definitely, I think I'm practicing Eruption on this guitar, and but yeah, I mean, it's cool, it's legit. I'm not going to, change anything about this guitar. For what it is, I love it. Speaks to me. I don't know. Anyway, but that basically does it for this video. I mean, it's a cool guitar. Can come and play. And that's basically all I want to talk about today. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you know anything about this guitar and the name or the company or what year this guitar is from, I can't, the person who had it ripped off the serial number, so I don't even know what year it's from. The serial number on this guitar is 901073. And so, and then there's a smaller sticker right here that says A-2TB. I don't know what that means. And I've tried researching how you can find the serial number on this guitar, but I haven't had any luck. But, like I said, this guitar was made somewhere around the late 80s, so it could possibly be a little over 40 or less, 40 years old. But yeah, definitely a cool guitar. You can check me out on Instagram where I take cool pictures of this guitar. And let me know if I can play any other songs on this guitar with E-flat tuning. And yeah, because I think after a while I want to play something else other than Van Halen. But definitely going to be playing them on this guitar. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.